Hi, this is Monica. Welcome back to my channel, Suds and Bees. In today's video, we will be making this beautiful pumpkin latte candle. This candle, I bought this mug at the dollar store and I really love the shape of it. I thought it was really classy, elegant. For this candle, I am using joy wax. For the latte, I have added a little bit of orange from a orange block and liquid gold from Lonestar. For my scent, I am using Pumpkin Pie Spice by Nature's Garden. This scent smells like pumpkin, but it is very spicy when you smell it out of the bottle. But once you put it add it to your candle, the spiciness kind of mellows out and is very nice and pleasant. I added that at 8% because it is a very strong fragrance oil. For the top, I made the whipped cream a little bit different. I usually pipe it. This time everything was done by hand. So I mixed it by hand and I added it by hand as well. And the scent I added to the whipped cream is Marshmallow Bomb by Deliciously Scented. I feel that when the whipped cream melts into the pumpkin spice, it's going to add a very nice combination scent. I added a cinnamon stick that I made out of pillar wax. I did make my own mold for this. It's kind of janky, to be honest, but I'll add some molds from Etsy that I've seen. I'm still working on how to create molds myself, so I'm still learning. I sprinkled my candle with a little bit of my own pumpkin spice. I didn't have pumpkin spice on hand, so I grated some nutmeg and mixed it with cinnamon and just sprinkled just a little bit, just enough for aesthetics, but it won't clog the wick. For the wick for this container, I am using CD8 wick because of the 2.8 circumference of this container. So come on, let's go make it. Okay, so here I have melted 131 grams of joy wax. I heated it up to about 245. I will be adding these orange pieces that I had from a previous project. They have no fragrance. It's also joy wax. They have orange and these are a total of 8 grams. So we're adding a total of 139 grams of joy wax here for our container. I'll let these stir them until they melt. Okay, now I'm going to add some orange gold liquid dye by Lonestar. So the orange and the gold together complement each other very nicely for a pumpkin latte. Do 2 drops in here. Try not to pour it on your stirring rod. I'm going to add 1 more drop just to make it a little bit darker. And remember, you always want to pour at 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That'll give you a very nice cold and hot throw. While we wait for this to cool down, maybe another 3 degrees, I will be putting my wick. It's a CD8 wick, and I had added some glue dots to the bottom. I'm not sure if that's going to stick, so what I'm going to do is, because the bottom it's got a huge divot inside. So what I'm gonna do is pour just a little bit. Let this stick. I didn't really think that one through. Let that sit there for a moment. We are at 155, so it's pretty cool already. I don't want to let it cool too much. So I'm going to heat up the container a little bit so we don't get any wet spots on here. Okay, let's just hope this guy stays. And I usually like to put a napkin in there right away just to clean this out so there's not too much wax when I go and wash it. Okay, we're going to let this cool for a little bit and we're going to work on our whipped cream. Okay, so I let this set a little too long and I forgot I have a cinnamon stick that I made out of pillar wax. I'm not going to show you how to make this because I attempted to make the mold myself and completely screwed it up, but I will go ahead and link to some molds on Etsy. Once I get better at the mold making, then I'll make a video. But I think it kind of looks like a I mean, this side came out all screwed up, but this side came out okay. So anyway, the way I'm going to fix this by melting it, I'm going to melt a little bit and see if I can go. You know what, I should actually put it on the side of the handle, huh? This smells really, really, really good. Let's make some kind of a hole here. Okay, so here I have melted 40 grams of joy wax. And the reason I'm using only joy wax today is because I want it to look like Cool Whip rather than whipped cream. So we're not going to be mixing it with a mixer, nor will we be piping it. We're going to be doing everything by hand. And it's still pretty warm. So I'm going to wait for it to cool off a little bit. Okay, we are at 182 and that's sufficient enough to add our fragrance oil. I will be adding Marshmallow by Deliciously Scented. I think this is going to melt in very nicely with the pumpkin spice. Okay, so we're going to let this set and we'll come back and whip it manually. Okay, so this has set. And usually at this point, if you have watched my channel before, I started doing it with a mixer so we can create the whipped cream. But this time we're going to do it a little bit different. Here I didn't have any pumpkin spice on hand, so what I did is I just grated some chestnut and added some cinnamon. Because the chestnut is grated, it's a little thicker, so you don't want to add too much. But if you don't have pumpkin spice, you can just add cinnamon just as well. So here we're going to add just a little bit. You don't want to add too much because you don't want to clog up the wick. And then what you want to do is just wipe the rim, just like you would if you were serving a pumpkin spice latte. And there you have it. We just made some beautiful pumpkin spice latte candle. Thank you for watching. See you next time.